What's going on, everybody? Hey, welcome back. Check it out. I know you guys have already seen the thumbnail because that's why you're here. Some of y'all get the notification and you come anyway. I'm gonna say thank you. I'm not finna over talk it. We're making the chicken fried gravy. And listen, and the gravy gonna be a white pepper gravy. Let's get it. Okay, as always, I like to do a little pan over some of these, some of the ingredients, right? It might look like a lot, but I'm back at it again, putting all of my ingredients, separating them and measuring them out. And don't forget, the full ingredient list is on my website. That's Smokin and Grillin with AB.com, and that's WITAB.com. Okay, so look, this is what you got to do, like in the very beginning, because you want it to be like super tender, easy to cut, right? So we're gonna make a marinade. So I'm gonna take my buttermilk, which I got 2 cups of buttermilk right here. Now listen, if you guys don't have buttermilk, you know what I mean? If you got regular milk, like whole milk, you can add white vinegar to it, or you can put some lemon juice to make it. You guys can like Google it. I actually made mine, you know what I mean? My buttermilk. So when making that, then we're gonna put a tablespoon of salt, right? This is all part of the action and make it, to tenderize the meat, right? And then we're gonna add 2 eggs. And this is gonna be our marinade. We're gonna put this in the refrigerator, after we get our meat inside there. And we're gonna be using cube steak, if I hadn't said already, right? So now, whisk, get it all incorporated together. And this right here is gonna be what's gonna make it nice, tender, and have you guys thinking like, maybe I need to be marinating everything. I already gave you guys the game on the chicken, you know what I mean? So now we finna do the cube steak. Okay, so hey, look, this the cat that we brought to the party, right? So listen, we're gonna take the cube steak, take this, right? We're gonna cover it with some saran wrap. So when you buy it, that's how it is. But what we wanna do is we wanna tenderize it a little bit, right? We wanna beat this down so it'll be nice, thin, it's gonna absorb everything that we did, that salt, all of that in our buttermilk, right? So we take it here. You just want to fill it and make sure it stays even, right? So that's it right there. It's nice, even, no thick spots. Take this. I'm gonna just put that right there. And this, now look, we take this and we just put it in our marinade. You can't get this wrong right here, folks. Real simple. This is why, a lot of people skip this step, and this is why they don't really make this that often, because if you're not marinating it, it's gonna be too thick. And then it's a little bit on the tough side. Now what you wanna do is you wanna put your hand on it. Notice how I'm doing like this? I can feel it's thin, that's good, that's good. Over here can take another hit, right? Push it around, that's good. We move this. And we just repeat this process, putting it back in over here, right? So let me finish this. I'm gonna put some saran wrap over that bowl, and we're gonna put it in the refrigerator. We're just gonna go for about 1 to 2 hours, that's all. Now, we coming up on 2 hours, right? So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and work on my breading station. So this is what we're gonna do. And if you guys come in here and take a look right here, notice how I separated this. Since I took the time to go ahead and measure out my ingredients, everything over here is gonna be for my flour, this is gonna be for my breading. And everything on this side, this way, this is all for my, for my gravy. Now, we're gonna start just by doing this. Adding, our flour, cornstarch, right? And then these ingredients here, we just drop those in here like that. Now, I'm gonna add a little salt to it. Now, the reason we're breading everything like, and seasoning is this is how you come out with a great product, right? So I gave it 3 pinches, that's kosher salt, coarse grind. And then I'm gonna be using, my level up. This right here is like my go-to, folks. You know what I mean? If you guys don't have that, for those of you that don't have it, you can use like a seasoning salt or something like that. But this right here is what I like to use. You know what I mean? And then I like to see my seasoning in here. Now, don't forget, this right here is a low sodium product. Get yourself some of this. I use it for everything. This is my true AP. This, and then I got your AB. And then I have the B. Have both of them. You got AB in your kitchen. But this right here, Trust me, folks, that's it. 2 hours, you guys can see right here, look at the flour, because you know it's like bleached white, right? You can see it's got the seasoning in there, we good. So this is what we're getting ready to do. I'm getting ready to bring this like this. I'm gonna get my tongs, right? We're gonna pick this up. Let's see here. And what we do is we just shake off as much of the marinade, right, as we can. We bring that over here, right? And then we just flip this back and forth, just enough to coat it, right? Now I'm gonna change something up right now. Now I'm getting ready to get in here with my hand, right? And I'm gonna press down so that we can get our seasoned flour in all of the crevices, right? So take it like that, and then we just keep going until we get it completely covered and packed in there. All right, bring that back over there. Oh no, we good now. If I take it like this, look at that side, we good. I take it over here and we let it just sit up and adhere. Right, now we do the same thing again for the rest of our cube steak. Okay, so I got my oil. It's in my, my cast iron, right? So I'm gonna check it right now and see where we at. We looking for 350. Really, we want to start at about 370, 375. Why? Because we took our chicken, our cube steak out of the refrigerator. It's still cold. And what it's gonna do is, it's gonna bring my oil temperature down, right? Now, if you look at this, you can see how thin it is. So we really cooking and we frying just for the color, because when the color's right, you know that the inside is done. And we do have our meat thermometer. That's it right here. If you guys don't have one of these, get one. They all over my website. Pick one up, folks. This right here ensure that your meat is done and not overcooked, right? So now I'm gonna take it. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna start with a thin one first, the smaller one first. We grab this. This is right. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and just put it in. Just like you see. Now, I flipped it over. Look at that. I want to show you guys this right here. This right here might be a little old school. I don't want to use my top because I don't like for it to steam and we want it to be crispy, right? So I put my splash guard over the top right here. I'm the one that has to do all of the, the cleanup and all of that, right? So naturally, I just put this over here, keep all my grease on the inside. You know what I mean? After you flip it over, you'll see it'll jump. You know what I mean? It's fried, but you want to look at something beautiful. Look at this right here. Yes, sir. Now, we'll take it, bring it over here, and just go ahead and stage it. I know, folks, I know you're looking at that right there. You're saying, AB, you showing out. Yes, sir. Okay, so you guys can see, look, this is what we're working with. Now, if you remember, we had 4. We cut that down, everybody ate it and just said it was fire the way it was. But now it's time to make that gravy, right? So now I'm gonna go ahead and get myself about 4 tablespoons, right? Of this seasoned, oil that we had, right? Let's make it 5, right? So I'll just set this here. Now I'm gonna, get rid of this right here. You know what, I got a container that I poured, my grease into. So, get yourself something that'll take a little heat. I pour it in there, stage it, and I still wanna use this. Okay, so now we're getting ready to make the gravy. Really, this is like my favorite part, right? So I got heat on the bottom here already. I'm just starting with a little bit of this oil. You can see, I don't know if you guys can see it if it's captured on the camera. See it shimmer right there? That lets you know we was up to temp. We good there. Now I'm getting ready to bring my butter. And we're gonna be moving kind of fast now, folks. So, I'll bring my temperature down a little bit, all right? So we get this going. Now I'm on a super low right now, right? So what I want to do is I'm gonna take my garlic and we're gonna go ahead and press that, and then we're gonna put everything in here, in here with it. And the main thing is you got to get this, our flour, right? So I like for this to be melted, so let's just keep moving this around. That's good enough. Now we bring our flour, right? We want to get that to cook that flour taste out. We want it to go ahead and to absorb everything. You'll notice it'll try to lump up on you. Just keep go ahead and, using your elbow and your wrist, just keep it moving. Just like you see, it kind of foams up, but that's okay. Anything that you see big, notice I just push down on it like this. Now we're on our way. Right? You want to at least do this for about 1 minute because you want to ensure that we got all of that flour taste out of there. Right? Now let me get my garlic press. Let me put some garlic in here. Okay, so once you got your garlic in, you know, you want to like really pay attention to it. You don't want it to, you know, burn, right? You just want it to release its garlic flavor inside of here, right? Just like you see. Now we're not making a roux, you know what I mean? Like we're not making gumbo, right? So we don't want to get it too dark, right? So next, I'm getting ready to come with my broth, right? Now you'll notice I keep my arm moving. That's gonna be key. And you'll see it kind of like want to thicken up, but that's okay. Now I got it, it's gonna be a little bit on the darker side, but don't trip, because we're gonna add, you know, our milks to it. And once we do that, that's when it starts to thin out. You know what I mean? And get, you know, a little bit more on the white side, right? So once we have it and you see it like this, right? So now you just want to put a little bit in here at a time. It doesn't make a difference which one you start with, right? Now what I'm getting ready to do is I'm finna stop. I'm gonna look at my fire and I want to be up to like just a medium flame. There we go. Now, we just want to keep working this in, working it in. You see it starting to whiten up now. Starting to look more, familiar with you. What you guys know about having a white gravy, right? So, let's get it all in here. Don't forget, medium flame. Okay, I just added my thyme. And then the rest of my seasonings in here, right? There we go. There we go, folks. Now I like to see this come back up to a simmer. You know what I mean? Once I get it starting to boil, we let it simmer. Then we cook it to our desired thickness, right? I can see it on the bottom. It's starting to thicken up. Yes, sir. Now the key gonna be here is just to keep, whisking it. Right? Mixing it all up. You guys, I did just mention the word whisk. You guys can use a whisk if you would like. Check my fire, make sure I'm still on medium. And look at this right here. This is gonna be a nice gravy, folks. All right, so I done removed my heat, my fire from underneath. Look at that right there. I just tasted it also, you know what I mean? And I hit it with just a little bit of salt, just something to wake up the flavors a little bit more, you know what I mean? And as you can see, oh my goodness, y'all. This is fire. Now, let me go ahead and get this poured. As you can see, I'm gonna serve it and put everything over. I tell you what, you guys are there now. We'll just go ahead and grab this. We'll just go ahead and nestle this right here on top like that. This is like one of my favorite parts, folks. Now, let me just get this gravy in here. You know what I mean? Then we'll pour some on there, take a couple of pictures, and call it a day. Oh man, can you see it on my face? Listen, this right here is just like over the top and it's so customizable too. Now, when you go to my website, which is smokingandgrillingwithab.com, and that's WITAB.com, right? Listen, I give you guys the ingredients. If you want to, when it comes to the cayenne pepper, if you want to cut that in half, go ahead, you know what I mean, and just see where you at. But I still say the ingredients that I give you is, kid friendly. It's really up to you. Read the notes and everything that we take the time to put in there for you. And the reason I send you guys to the website is so you guys can pick up, like, okay, you got this, you got the protein, then we got potatoes, right? But what if you wanted to get a vegetable recipe? All of that is there with the suggestions, videos, they downloadable, printable, screenshotable, the whole shebang. So listen, if you're new to my channel, let me take this time to say thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, smash that subscribe button, and just tell everybody out there, there's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. And I already got me a little piece cut. Gotta have the, the potatoes on it, and I'm out. Peace.